Denise Audio.
You say your name right now.
Denise.
Say it right.
Denise.
Correctly.
Denise.
Right.
Denise.
Right.
Nice.
That's better.
Just came out with this Bass XXL plugin, which is a harmonic enhancer for bass. So it's really going to amplify your bass. And in general, a harmonic enhancer is one of the best tools you can have in your arsenal for mixing your music. So basically, instead of just taking an EQ and boosting, a certain bass frequency, what this will do will actually add in other frequencies, additional harmonics, to make the bass more present and audible throughout your mix without, cranking up the volume too much. And by the way, Denise Audio, they were recently acquired by Baby Audio, which I think is one of the best plugin companies out there. So this is going to be a high quality plugin. So there's other plugins like this out there, like Max Bass by Waves, but I think this is one of the best ones out there. So you can use this to beef up bass lines, kick drums, toms, drum groups, or even entire mixes. And it combines the smoothness of analog saturation with digital precision and oversampling. And they've also eliminated the phasing issues that sometimes occur with other bass harmonic enhancers, which is really nice. So first, let's just hear it in action, and then we'll go through the controls. So that is really nice. It sounds really good. It really warms up, beefs up the bass. It makes it also more audible with those additional frequencies. And it's also boosting that root that you can hear. Let's see if it indeed is not adding any phasing issues. So I've got this Lysagus meter here, so we can see if it's adding any phasing issues. We want to make sure it stays above 0. So that's really cool because it actually sounds wider. But it's actually making it even more in phase, which is really great because that's something that can cause a lot of problems in the low end if your bass is having phase issues. So really great right out of the box there. So let's now go over what these controls are. So you have your frequency selector tool here, so you can just go and select an exact frequency. You can see here. You can also choose a specific note. So if you know like what key your track is in, for example, this track is F sharp, so I could do something like that. So you get really, really precise surgical precision with this tool, which is something that I haven't seen any of these other enhancers have. And so choosing the root note here, that's especially good for melodic instruments like a synth or a bass guitar. So you want to choose that root note to ensure that the Bass XXL harmonics enhancements are in key with your track, right? Because if you're adding extra harmonics, it's going to add extra harmonics in key with the root note that you selected. Now that's great, but you can also choose MIDI here, and this will allow it to update its focus in accordance with the tonal movements in your track, so you can control the plugin via MIDI. So basically it links it to my bass line here, which is really incredible. So it's actually going to be changing based on what the root note here, what's actually being played by the bass. So then we have the harmonics knob here. So you can use this to set the intensity of the harmonic generation. So how many harmonics are you wanting to add in and how intense you want those to be. So right, if we crank it all the way up, we're going to really amplify those harmonics so we can hear this as we increase this over time. Can definitely hear some of those higher ranges there. So that takes us to this boost control here, and so this is adding, if it's all the way at 0, then you're just hearing the dry signal. This you're hearing the boosted with the harmonics here. We can hear it in solo here to hear just what the harmonics are doing. So here we're doing nothing. Now we're hearing what's being added. And then we can also do oversampling here just to increase the audio quality at a cost to the CPU load. Then we got some other really cool controls here that really make Bass XXL very unique. So one is pre-delay. So we can delay the harmonics so that we're preserving the transient of the dry signal, that initial pluck of the bass there. So if we want to do that and just add it on the tail end, we can do that as well. So now we can hear that initial pluck is unaffected and it's just adding it to the tail end of the bass. I think that sounds pretty nice.
Nice.
Then we have the mono control here, and while you generally want to have your bass be front and center in your mix, Bass XXL's mono knob gives you the flexibility to preserve a track's stereo image. So that's how we're getting that wider sound there. And then we have slope to shape the harmonic signal by setting the curve at which Bass XXL's frequencies roll off. Use a gradual slope for a smoother, more analog feel, or go steeper for a more surgical enhancement. If we want to go maybe somewhere in the middle. Then we have the range knob here to set how many octaves Bass XXL's harmonics will be generated over. High range settings will make the effect more audible, while lower settings will keep the effect more subtle. So right now it's going over 2.5 octaves. So we go all the way to 3 octaves here. And so we got this plus and minus zoom in control here, so we can just see the very low bass frequencies, or we can see the whole spectrum here. So you can see more harmonics being added in there. So it's pretty cool, and it really lets you enhance your bass there. And we could also alternately throw this on our bass or our kick drum as well and hear how that sounds. Definitely makes it a little bit more powerful. We can solo again so we can hear just what we're adding. So that's what we're adding to that kick. So this is our bass and our drums here. So this is our kick drum, or basically our whole drum kit over here, and this is our bass. So we can hear what these now sound with these both bypassed and with them both in. It makes them a lot richer and fuller and more powerful in the mix there.
Present.
Thank you.
By the way, this is not a sponsored video. I'm not even an affiliate, but if you want to check this out for yourself, you can click in the description below or go to orpheusaudioacademy.com/XXL. And of course, enhancing your low end is just one part of creating an amazing mix. If you want an end-to-end proven step-by-step system for creating radio-ready music from home, including how to set up your home studio, how to record, how to write amazing songs, and even how to mix your song quickly so that you're not endlessly chasing your tail, then I have a complete course that walks you through this. It's called my Radio Ready Record System. You can learn more about this by clicking the link in the description below or go to orpheusaudioacademy.com/RRR. With that, if you want to check out more amazing tools and plugins, then check out my video on the screen right now. With that, have an awesome day, keep creating, and I'll see you in a future video.
I'm for real. I'm for real. So you better check yourself.